What's going on, everybody? This is Brian Mazik, aka Unique Mazik, and I got an NBA 2K19 video. It's not 2K19, but it's about 2K19. And we can't talk about this aspect of 2K19 without talking about how bad this particular feature was in NBA 2K18. You read the title. I'm talking about the offline creator player tool and what needs to be done to fix it. Alright peeps, leave a like on this video please, I'd appreciate it, and also don't forget to subscribe and to click that notifications bell so that you'll know when new videos drop. Alright, so like I said before, and anybody who is a roster creator, likes to create the offline guys or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. You know it already. Cap was severely broken last year. I mean, I understand kinda sorta what they were going for. They took all these scanned faces of various people of different races, and they said, well, hey, we'll make each of the creative players look more like the real players, or real players in games, or actual people, because, you know, I think they were saying something about, like, somebody complained and said that the caps, the creative players, kind of stood out like a sore thumb on the floor, on the court. So I don't know who said this, because it wasn't anybody who prominently creates offline content or rosters or anything like that, because I didn't know. I'm pretty much in tune with a lot of those guys, and that was the first I'd heard of that. So I'm not who sure that person is, but they kicked off the garbage for everybody. So the first thing that needs to come back is face sculpting, right? So this year claimed to have some face sculpting, but if you go in and you look at it and you try to play around with the different things you can do with the faces, you know there's really no face sculpting. Very little changes with the faces. So if you wonder what face sculpting is, that's like being able to widen the nose, being able to flare out the nostrils, widen the eyes, open the eyes, make the eyes thinner, move cheekbones, move chin, move the, you know, the face displacement, and raise a jawline, or all of that stuff that you see in the really good creative player options for other games needs to be in NBA 2K19. I'm hoping and praying that they went back at least to the old one. One thing they also need to do that they've yet to ever do in any of the NBA 2K games is implement an image upload feature. So you see it in WWE 2K. You see it in a lot of EA games with Game Face. This would be outstanding, because we all want to create different people, whoever isn't in the game, or maybe you want to create yourself because you can't use your own My Career guy and put them in the game, but maybe you just want to create yourself for an offline roster. Whatever, if you have an image or whatever, you can do it. I'm not talking about a face scan. I'm talking about where you upload an image and they take that image of that face and they map it onto a model. That's what I'm talking about. Also, they need to allow offline creative players to have tattoos. So no, I'm not talking about your My Career guy, because we know they want to keep that there, because that's a place where you can you know, sell the different cosmetics that people want. One of the things that I don't understand, you don't hear as many people complaining about like Fortnite selling skins, you know, with V-Bucks, but you hear a lot of people complaining about 2K selling, you know, tattoos and haircuts. To me, it's kind of the same thing. It's all cosmetic. It's just my personal take. I'm not paying for some cosmetic thing that doesn't change the game. But an offline creative player, I definitely think you should be able to deck out your guy with tattoos wherever you want them, however many you want to give him. You should be able to deck them out with them. So the other thing is adding more hairstyles, period, but with a sculpting option. So in WWE 2K, not this, I don't know if it's this version, I can't recall, but there used to be an option within the WWE creative player options, or creative player tools, where you could pick a certain hairstyle and you could make it longer in certain areas. So say for instance you pick like some sort of bob type of style or whatever, you could make it go longer. If you had someone had cornrows, you could, well, I don't think you could do it with cornrows, but that's kind of what I'm saying. Like if you pick a style, have certain parts of that particular hairstyle that you can make longer, you can extend, I think that would add some variety. But just overall, I think everybody would agree there needs to be more hairstyles than they're in now, and the quality of the facial hair has to improve. This doesn't even look like doll hair or something. I don't know what it is. It's just bad. It was really bad this year. It was really bad. All right, so also we need to allow a wider variety of body types. So there is a little bit of a difference. You can make a guy that looks somewhat husky, and then you can make the string being malnourished looking person. But there's just more to it, man. You know, like it's a creative player option. It's offline. I don't think there should be a lot of restrictions on the way that works. Now, I know some things that have to be restricted because from an animation standpoint on the court with collision detection, which is already an issue with clipping, if you allow a person to be too crazily disproportioned, it can mess with the way the game looks on screen. But you know what I think? I feel like if somebody wants to do this in an offline creative player mode, then they're going to have to deal with whatever comes with this crazy, ridiculous creative player that they decide to choose, you know, they choose to make. I really am, I'm one that's for removing all the restrictions on offline. I also think we need to deliver a wider variety of accessories. A lot of people always talk about the different socks and the different knee pads and how many, you know, the different kind of socks you can wear, the different types of leg sleeves, knee pads, knee braces. Like you can't wear the knee pads with the pad and the certain thing on the back, kind of like the way Patrick Ewing used to wear. You can't wear those. That would be dope. I also have been wanting to see goggles for a long time. That would be pretty awesome. The different color face masks like the one Joel Embiid and Kyrie Irving wore, all those would be great too. Just open the door up, but in terms of accessories. Now lastly, but not least, allow users to share single players, teams, or rosters. Like right now, if you create a roster, you have to share the entire roster. So yeah, that's a lot. So say for instance, you just want to create one character, you know, just one. You should be able to create just one guy, share it. If you want to create like a whole team, say I want to create my entire high school, or my entire college, or you know, an NBA team from the past that's not in the game, or something to that effect, or some sort of super team or whatever, and I just want to upload that team to share. That should be possible the same way as one single player and one complete roster. So that's all I got for the cap for NBA 2K18, hoping for these changes in 19. As usual, I talk sports and I talk gaming, and I always appreciate you watching. God bless. Peace.
I'll be weak. I'm rather unique.